My name is Nompilo Cwenza. I'm 28 years old and I'm passionate in maths, specifically mathematics and electrical engineering. I'm also a survivor of sexual gender-based violence. As a survivor and activist, being part of Survivors in Solidarity, 16 Days of Action, has been important for me and other survivors because of the platform it has provided to create meaningful conversation between us, faith community, and broader society.
How do we continue to express solidarity in people's struggles against injustice? So when you have events like this, for the ACT Alliance, it's very much an expression of that solidarity. It's saying we want to stand with you in your struggles against gender-based violence. We want to stand with you in your struggles against poverty and inequality. We want to be with you as we take on the challenge of climate change. And so events like this are quite important in that they create the space for that solidarity to be expressed. It creates space for a dialogue between people, often pastors, faith leaders, people who occupy positions of some power in the community. And those who are survivors who say we come from having been victimized and have come through that. And at a point having our power taken away from us, we now reclaim that power.
One of the most important things about events like this is to celebrate what God has done. At a time in a world where we're surrounded by problems, we forget how amazing God has been in the small things. And to see the young girls and the women who couldn't even speak and would spend their time crying when we first met them nearly 3 years ago, for them to be up there singing, dancing and talking about the faithfulness of God, it's just unbelievable. So this is all glory to God kind of day.
It's happening. Our voice is going to be heard by shareholders, our communities, and all the other survivors who went through a tough time, but their healing is taking a place.
So we had a number of meetings of the different stakeholders where we brainstormed and thought through what is really needed, how can we hear each other better, what kind of forum would make sense, and what was needed in terms of resources. But in the end, it was so exciting to see so many different people so passionate about really wanting to make a difference and really bringing an end to gender violence. Across the board, from Lazi to Pietermaritzburg, the events began with opening prayers of silence and contemplation. We were then addressed by several speakers who guided us on the program and intent of the day. This soon opened up space for the survivors to enter, engage, and voice their experiences with dignity and creativity. The event also provided opportunity for an in-depth discussion for the sake of being honest and open about sensitive topics. There was room for response and reflection that allowed for the sharing of ideas and feelings in regards to the way forward.
Emasontweni ke lekuthiwa bekezele inhluphekweni izipho lezi inhluphekela esibekezelela and ubekezela kuzikube yinini mhlawumbe mase kukhona umfundisi yini ukubekezela sicela definition yokubekezela ubekezelela ini.
Let me tell you something. If you are a pastor, and then I experience a lot of people who have got problems in their marriage, you can't tell a person that just get rid of your marriage, just leave your marriage, just divorce your spouse.
And I think it's an irresponsible statement to to even come from the church after years of experience that every other time we've asked people to be persistent and to be patient and to be resilient. We know for a fact that it has never yielded anything positive. So why do we keep on insisting on a formula that has never worked? So I think it is unfair to survivors and to those that are going through any form of violence to even suggest that. And I think it's recklessness, it's fitting into patriarchy, it's being afraid to stand for the truth. It's wrong, and we should not at any stage ask anyone to be patient. Why are we patient with violence?
How to make a person to disclose her or his violent situation?
I'm a priest and a pastor, an alcoholic, a drug addict, and a survivor. So there are many survivors. What I want to say is basically, firstly, a response to a very loose comment that we make as church leaders. We say that most women in most churches don't come forward. I don't know where we get our stance from, but I think if I want to use the term most loosely, I'll say most women in most churches, where most ministers are not safe spaces, most women don't speak. Unless we become safe spaces and symbols of safe spaces, by the terminology we use, by our actions, and by the messages we preach, that is the advertisement that we as ministers should be putting out in order to make ourselves safe spaces.
Finally, a pledge was given on behalf of faith community leaders to survivors. It was something of a promise to create deeper and more authentic partnerships for the sake of the future.
The willingness, is it really there? Is it genuinely there? Or is it a thing where we come together on a day like this and we have a talk, we raise things, and it's hoo-ha, yeah, we need to do this, we need to do that. But are we genuinely interested in partnering in? Because I mean, if there's no willingness, a genuine willingness, nothing's going to happen.
All NGO and organization, we speak on behalf of survivors. To me, I feel like no one really can speak on behalf of survivors better than the survivor themselves. So any organization really wanted to help must come down to the survivor and ask, what really do you need so these things end?
I want to make sure that people don't use the survivors' attendance to make their stakes grow. They have to be transparent. They must not hide anything. We're not here to balance their stakes or to show that there are more survivors than before or to increase their rates or whatsoever. We are here because we want to be reached out at and to be taken nicely and accordingly.
A key question for me in terms of wanting multiple partnerships is we keep saying we don't want to work in silos, but what's actually going to make us work together and stop competing and recognizing that the issues are more important than our own petty agendas, whether we are church or we are NGOs or we are government sector. How will we work together effectively?
Even with the victories we have achieved over this time, or the laughter, the tears, the conversations, the silence, we all still have our questions about the future.